Octopus have started applying their charge cap on Octopus Intelligent Go, and it might not have applied to you yet, so you might want to save this video and come back to it later. But in this video, I'm going to explain why they've done it, how they're doing it, and how you can avoid going into from off-peak hours to peak hours and stay within that 6-hour charge cap automatically. Now, it's going to depend on what car and charger you've got, and I'm going to take you through all the methods in this video. Let's start with the good stuff. Now, Octopus Go Intelligent is still one of the cheapest ways of charging an electric vehicle from Octopus Energy, and it is one of the best award-winning companies at the moment for customer service and other satisfactions. But there is definitely this charge cap has been getting a lot of stick online about being applied. We'll go into why it's been applied later on in this video, but let's very briefly talk about that 6-hour charge cap and the misunderstanding around it. Now, the house will always get off-peak electricity from 11:30 at night till 5:30 p.m. in the morning. That is regardless of what the car's doing. The house will always get those 6 hours every single day. If the car is charging, the house and the car both get the off-peak rate. Now, at the time of publishing this video, that was 8p, but the orange fella keeps changing what he's doing with a war and changing those prices, fluctuating all the time. So it depends when you've locked in. Some people have locked in for as low as 3.5p, and the new tariffs as of today, when I'm recording this video, is 8p, but that's up for change all the time. Now, the house will go on to peak rate after 5:30 till 11:30 at night, and if the car charges during those peak rate hours, if it's less than 6 hours, you will get the off-peak rate for the car and the house, which means if the car decides to charge from 5:30 in the morning for 6 hours and then stop charging, you will get the house and the car for in a combined total of around 12 hours. So it really does depend on what the car is doing. Now, if the car charges for 6 hours in peak hours, you will get, like I said, a total of 12 hours. More than likely, most people will probably see possibly 7 to 8 hours of cheap house off-peak electricity, but the car, again, will only get the first 6 hours of off-peak electricity. Now, if you're wanting to join Octopus Energy, you can go to evnic.com/energy, where there's a whole list about Octopus tariffs and a code there where you can switch to Octopus Energy as a new customer and get £50 referral credit. So what exactly is the charge cap and why has it been introduced? Well, to basically put it simply, I made a couple of videos over 2-3 years ago talking about the abuse and the gamification of people taking the royal P out of the way Octopus were doing this, and they were basically manipulating charge rates, changing their chargers to be downgraded to almost the speed of a granny charger, and basically hacking into the way the charger behaves and talks to Octopus to get unlimited off-peak electricity. And that's not what this system was designed for. The idea of Octopus's openness of, basically having whenever the car was charging at cheap rate was to allow people that flexibility and not worried of going over a charge cap like this. The charge cap has had to be introduced because the amount of people now gaming the system just isn't financially viable to carry on making those losses for the few, because the few now has become the many, and the many is now destroying it for the few that aren't aren't manipulating the system and cheating the system. Now, how do you keep your hours in that 6 hours so you're not paying the off-peak tariff? Well, that's going to really deeply depend on your charger and car, which we're going to go through now. For Octopus Energy users, you have the simplest way of doing it if you're controlling your charger or car via the Octopus Energy app. Load the Octopus Energy app up, click devices, find your integration of your charger or your car, press it, go into it, press the cog in the top right of the screen, and then turn on smart charging and turn on charge cap, and you're done. Ohme users, because your charger is not controlled directly from the Octopus Energy app, you need to load up the Ohme app, and then in the Ohme app you're going to go to charging, prioritize, and select prioritize saving. This will limit your charging to 6 hours. Now, if you own a BMW Mini or Polestar and that's what's controlling the charge rate, if you can, my personal advice to you would be switch to the EV charger if it's smart compatible with Octopus instead of using your BMW Mini or Polestar app. But if you haven't got a smart control charger that can be controlled by Octopus, then for BMW Mini and Polestar users, There's a workaround to limit within 6 hours, but it's not ideal, and it's why I think Octopus have delayed bringing this in by almost a year, as they've been trying to find or work with these companies to find a solution. This is my opinion, and it's a pure guess, but the way of doing it is a bit more difficult. Now, if you own a battery in these cars that's under 43 kilowatt hours, or you are regularly charging every day with a battery that's 60 or 70 kilowatt hours, you're not going to be adding 43 kilowatt hours of power every day, then you don't need to worry. But if you own the new Polestar of 110 kilowatts and you are regularly plugging in daily anyway, because you're doing a lot of mileage, then and you want to keep it under 6 hours, this is how you're going to do it. So first of all, what you need to do is you need to do a little bit of math. So you need to get your battery size of 110 kilowatt hours and divide that by 7.2. That will give you how many hours it would take to charge to full. Work out where 43 kilowatt hours, work out where 6 hours is on that, and then you need to basically work out the mass of where that gets to 43 kilowatt hours on a 110 kilowatt Polestar battery. That would be about 40% to be within 6 hours. So if your battery was on 50% and you wanted to stay in 6 hours, then you wouldn't ask the car to charge beyond 90% to keep it within 6 hours. You just basically need to work out where that point is for you. Now, there is another way of doing it depending on which car you're using, but you could also set a departure time that's within 6 hours. That would also limit it to the 6 hours. These are less than ideal, it's why I always recommend a charger, which we'll come to in a minute. Now, I also think that there will be some relaxation or some gamification or some fun around this. Now, the reason I say that is Octopus recently retired greener days. Greener days used to incentivize users to plug it in on greener days, but as they want people to plug in more regular, they want you to plug in every day. So what I expect to happen once the charge cap's fully rolled out is Octopus to introduce a plugging in incentive. So if you're plugging in every day, even if you're not taking a charge, but plugging the car in more regular, I expect some Octo points or maybe some bonus hours or some fun games around that in a benefit towards customers that are doing it more regular. Now, don't forget, if you need an EV charger, you can go to evnick.com/charge, where there's a list of my reviews on EV chargers and a code for £25 off an EV charger install from Octopus Energy. Now, let me know in the comments if you are affected by charge cap, which charger you have, what your workaround is going to be. If you own a Polestar, Mini or BMW, let me know. I try and read and reply to as many comments as I can. Now, if you want to learn more about why this happened, see this video here where I talked about it previously. But also, if you are thinking of learning more about Octopus Energy, heat pumps or solar, click subscribe, click that notification bell. I'm always making updates around Octopus tariffs and heat pumps and solar videos.